What's up, guys? Another one. It's another nice day outside. So, I want to talk about something. About space. Why is space so goddamn important? Well, without space, you wouldn't have peace of mind. If you are living around clutter, it creates a lot of noise. And when there's a bunch of noise surrounding your space, it affects your mental health, your physical health, which is your well-being. Space allows you to be organized, and you're able to change certain dynamics within your space that no longer serve you. Now, with clutter, it creates a whole abstraction where it causes the brain to guilt trip itself, and it's kind of like where you feel guilty of not cleaning up, so you leave it there for somebody else to do it. And this way of thinking is a very bad sign, because it's like a leverage. You are depending on someone else to clean your space for you. And it could be friends, it could be family. It's totally insecurity. And it's not your energy either. That's the worst part. That's the worst bit. And now, when you mix yourself with, family, friends, or whoever you live with, their energy consumes your energy. Their time consumes your time. And when you feel tired, they feel wide awake. And when you're wide awake, you feel this pull to the things that you have left around in your space. And you look at your things, which are your treasure, things that are now rotting away. They're crisping. They're getting older by when time flies. You're more distracted with things that are not even supposed to be serving you, but you're doing them anyway because you believe that this might be something that will serve you a purpose. Now, and I'm going to tell you why. Greed is a very destructive trait to have, because you don't have to be desperate to gain more knowledge, to gain more equity, to gain more money, power, control. I'll tell you how greed starts. Greed begins when there is grief. And grief creates a mess around you where when you don't take care of yourself, you stay in one position and all the priorities that are required first, which is self-care, is left last. Now, if I hadn't gotten up from that chair and quit my game, this video would not exist. I took action. It's me first. I am number one and you're number one. Meaning you are number one. You are your first priority before anything else. I woke up at 5 o'clock. I have 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours of light left. So, the very things that are important, like that deer, the beauty of nature, they're important. Why? Because they're the ones who are showing you that organic life is more important than technical life. And you're organic. You have to treat yourself with the best. Spoil yourself a little bit, but not too much. Never try and be, lazy, but, sometimes it's good to be lazy when you've, did the work. You have to do the work. You can't just be sitting by and trying to hope that the man upstairs or the woman upstairs or whoever will do it for you. Now, you have to do the work. You hold the keys. Nobody else does.
Yeah.
See those clouds? You gotta fly like that plane. If you're struggling, you gotta take care of yourself, because it is the only way.
As long as I migrate and then I'm going to do that other thing.
It is the truth. The only way forward is that you are your first priority. Because video games, movies, work, they can wait. You have the right to call in sick or tell them the truth that you need time to, save yourself and it's up to them. If they respect your time, they will allow you a week to rest, but you have to do that work. If they give you a week to rest, you have to do that work. You have to take care of yourself. If you do not do your homework, it's on you. It's not them. You have to do the work. If you avoid giving yourself the care that your body needs and your mind needs, and when 7 days pass and you get up and you're late for work again, well, I'm not sorry, but you probably should be fired, because that's what will happen. You need to take care of yourself. You want to be happy? Don't depend on money to make you happy. Don't work so fucking hard. Don't work too much. You have to be willing to invest and use money to help yourself. You are your first priority. And that's why, I read something saying, for 365 days, which is a full year on Earth, be selfish. And it's for good reasons. Most people end up investing on other people on a day-to-day life, every single day, every single week, every month, every year, on everybody else, but they are not returned the best care they provided back by other people. Don't be that person. Change. Make boundaries. Then you start to realize who your truest friend is, which is yourself. Because a lot of people try to take you for granted. They only like you because you're nice. And when you're a nice guy, you might be a narcissist. Or you might be being a little too nice, and it's like this. When you see a homeless man, give him like maybe $500. It might change his life. Or give a prostitute $500 and see if you get it back. You'll never get it back. And that's why you have to be wise. You have to be wise. You have to be willing to put the work on yourself. It literally could be just $3 in your pocket. Is it for food? Is it for something on a game? But compare this. Now, would you spend that $3 on a game that will only make you suffer more? It will box you in. It will isolate you. And then it will ask you for more money. And you invest more money into that game, but then now you're stuck and you're not giving yourself the best care. You're just avoiding yourself, escaping into a fantasy land. And that's what happens. And or are you willing to spend $3 on somebody else where they end up asking you for more later on, and then they don't exactly pay you back later on. They continue to use you as their leverage. They make excuses. I forgot, I'm sorry. I'll pay you next week. And it never really happens. It's like promises they can't really keep because they know they owe you money, but they know that you're way too nice. The wisest thing you can do is save up your money, but tell people that you have no money. That's the master trick. Save up your money, but claim that you have no money. Dress like you're homeless and claim that you have no money. Because the truth is, people often look at you by what you show to them, and that is by how you play the game of the fool's lie. Now, when you are rich, abundantly, not financially, people will often believe you are a fool and you are living back in time, and you have to be careful with these people because they often leverage you to be a part of a cult. They call it a association, which is basically the same fucking thing. But once you realize it and recognize these tactics, triangulation, gaslighting, guilt tripping, all these weird fucking things the narcissist tries to, control you with, to take advantage of you and have power over you, because when you are too nice to people, they are very clever. They know what to tell you, they know what to say, they know what to pull, they know what to push. This is why you have to have boundaries to protect your peace. And the narcissist doesn't have to be a person. It can be the very video game you fucking play, because it's designed to be a kraken. The narcissist is the Leviathan with a big fucking mouth. Now, how to make sense of that so you guys don't get confused thinking that I'm a narcissist because the whole video is words, a lot of words, information and knowledge. Now, the difference between someone who is wise and someone who is stupid. The one who's stupid, they create noise without telling a story. I'm telling a story. And that is the difference. When you situate yourself, be careful. Pay attention and just be silent. Silent is power of your own. You have control of a game of somebody else's intentions. You're being the host of a game created by somebody else, but you're not playing their game. You're just controlling how they function in the space while they target somebody else, because you're not like allowing them to control you, so they get bored and they forget you exist. But that's how they leverage you as well. If you take it personally and you make it seem like they are ignoring you, you're now allowing the devil to control how you function, how they have power over you. All they need is a reaction. And they usually say, "What? What did I do?" With their like friends. The narcissist and their flying monkeys. It's like the bad wolf with their wolf pack. Very dangerous group of people. Because they might seem like they're funny, but when you pay attention enough, you start to really see what you needed to see. They only create noise out of, the intent to steal the energy from within you and use it against you. So, that's about it, you guys. I'm enjoying the walk myself. So, how to really be careful around these people. Pay attention. Be aware of your surroundings and be aware, because the only way to let me put something out there too. When you're paying attention to these people who are creating noise and they act like they're charming, Prince Charming, the royal king. Now, the prince who wants to take the throne for himself and nobody else. But when you pay attention and your gut feeling says, be careful, there is a wolf on the loose, but it's wearing a sheep's costume. What you have to make sure is when you're paying attention and you're staying silent and you're just chilling, you have to be grounded. Don't try to challenge them, don't react. You can talk, but you don't talk very much. You're like that director. You're the one directing the movie, while everybody else in your movie is acting. They're following their own script. And the script that they wrote, see, this is where it gets interesting. Because in a movie in Hollywood, writers are not the actors. But here's something that I will say about narcissists. They direct their own script, but it's not created by them, it's created by other people. So they use other people as a leverage, but they don't pay them. So it's like the unpaid helper. So by consuming other people's ideas as a way to take control of the narrative, what do? Well, they basically reach out to you claiming they're selling something. So now they tell you what to do on your own job, when the whole story is about you, because you're the one who, paid them interests, or they pay you. And it could have been $5, but instead they pay you $30. So now they make you think, oh wow, they're generous, thank you. No, they pay you more, so now they have control of you. Yeah. And that's how they set boundaries. Because when you accept their offer, they're thinking like, wow, they accept my offer, that means I can do whatever the fuck I want with them. I can lie to them, gaslight them, tell them that they're wrong. I'll pay them more money to keep their mouth shut, and most people will say yes, because now they're in it for the money. But the problem is, money's not going to make you happy, because if you're miserable and you're just an scapegoat for somebody who doesn't give a fuck about you at all, their goal is to make you fall behind of your own successes by following a script that leads to nowhere. And then when the discard comes, because these, people always have an expiration date. Once they find somebody new, they always treat that person way better than they did with you. They want you to become jealous. And when you become jealous, now they have a person to blame. You. And when you're walking on eggshells, the new victim, which is the new supply to the narcissist, is now thinking you're the bad wolf. And they do it so well too. And when the new victim thinks you're the bad wolf, guess what? You're never going to be friends with this person, and that's fine. They'll block you. The narcissist won't block you, but they'll make sure that you block them, because that is exactly what they do. And their goal is to hope that you kill yourself, commit suicide. And when you commit suicide, they visit your grave and saying, oh, poor you. You were so beautiful, but I'm also glad that you didn't make it either. I'm telling you guys, this is how they are. This is how selfish, insecure, and disgusting they really are. Then why would they come to your grave? Well, leverage. They can consume your energy by simply visiting your body. They could dig up your grave, cut your face in half and wear it. And now they can be you, and they can fuck you over, basically. This is why you have to be careful with who you make friends with. Follow your gut. Wherever you go, follow your gut. Pay attention. Be silent. Your goal is to make sure who do they hang around with. Because when they start to invite their friends without asking you, they just invite their friends because, well, they're not really their friends, they're their, supplies, they're their leverage to keep the narrative going and keep the noise from dropping, And when you don't give them what they need, they're just there as noise. You pretend like you don't know anything, but you know everything. You know everything about them, but they don't know anything about you. Keep it that way. Because once you realize who they are by who they hang around with and by what they really are, well, the best thing you can do is complete the task that you were offered, get paid, go home. Or if you're playing on a game, complete the task, get the reward, achievements, and whatever type of mission or PvP you were playing. Complete the mission, cut ties, and everyone else who was friends with this person, and leave. Go no contact and off radar. Because it is better to be that person with no friends. If you ever wanted to taste the bitter lie of what a content creator is, and not every content creator is a dick. Some content creators are actually genuinely they're great. Like Daz Games. He's great. Some of them are just mentally crazy. Covert narcissists are the worst. Because they leverage their followers by consuming a narrative, thinking that, oh, he's the best in the game. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Well, people claim they are the devil, Lucifer. They claim they're Lucifer, but they know. See, the real Lucifer, if you look for the, I don't know if I uploaded the video, but I'll just explain a little bit about it. Now, was I there 6,000 years ago? No. Was I living as somebody 6,000 years ago? Probably. I'm an old soul. Fucking old. But when I mean old, age is not a number. Therefore, souls travel through infinity. And infinity is really just, it's time repeating itself, and it's also time that flows simultaneously back and forth. And inward and outwards. Now, Lucifer, yes, he did go mad. He thought he was the mind. He claimed that the soul was, a hoax. He believed it was real, but he was the soul. He fell into the pits of misery and came out alive, but he wasn't himself, he was the monster. And that's what happened to Hitler, Stalin, many other dictators who, caused chaos within themselves and others. The narcissist, I'm telling you, the narcissist is the mind. It is not exactly the mind, but it's a state where the mind becomes a villain after walking a road that caused many tragedies of grief, guilt, shame, sorrow, struggle, anger, sadness, violence. And when you don't make peace, you stay angry at yourself and the world. You become the fool. And a fool is careless. They'll do whatever the hell it takes to be in control of the narrative and take power of others who make them look less weak in their weakest points of vulnerability and subconsciously, So that's the video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking for 30-40 minutes now. Holy shit. Time really flies when you talk about things that are really dark. Many people will label me as a zodiac sign, a Virgo. Not all Virgos are talkative, and that's very true. Anyway, guys, have a good day. Subscribe, share, and bye.